Yo, what's going on, everyone? We're back at it with more of this religious satire, comedy, adult animated thingy. So, let's get into it. More Orel, Season 1, Episode 2, I believe. God's Chef. Oh. We're in somewhere in the Midwest. Or middle. I don't know what you call that. Oh, it's the opening. Yeah, we didn't get this last time. And I wonder if this is a continuation. If the dad's not here, then it would be a continuation.
Hey, Orel, what did you put
Orel.
for number 3 on the science test?
Jesus.
Ah, of course.
Hey, Doey, I'll meet you in class.
Doey.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay. Hi, Clicky. Stand up straight.
I am kind of scared.
Who's having trouble in there?
No trouble here, Clicky.
That you?
Oh, they're friends.
Eat more fruit.
Eat fruit?
Why?
Helps you go number
I
2.
mean,
I'm not going number 2.
Well, no one should be grunting like that going number 1.
I'm not going number 1
what are you
either.
Well,
doing?
if you
What?
ain't going number 1 and you ain't going number 2, what the hell number
Number
are you
10?
going?
Diarrhea? Or jerking it?
Jesus H. Rodriguez!
Oh, so
Is
close.
he jerking it?
What's number 3?
You know. Ain't 1 or 2?
Because 3 is diarrhea.
Number 1, gold is the sun. Number 2, set my sperm for. Oh, you've been masturbating.
What?
Yes, Principal Fakey?
Alright.
Ricky,
We
start
got
boarding
this
the bathroom. I'll deal with
conundrum.
this one.
Yep.
Orel, do you know what happens to little boys who masturbate?
Tell me.
But now, my whole world's opened up.
It's evil, son.
It is?
Worse than murder.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes is
Yep.
right.
Why?
Why? Well, sit down.
Technically, you are killing
There
children,
are
technically.
subconscious that you forget just why they're there. You only know that they've scarred you in such a horrible and personal way that they must be right.
What?
Oh.
But I think I can point you to someone who is scientifically qualified to explain the inner workings.
Who?
Principal Fakey is right, Orel. Regular murder is bad enough, but in one disgusting
Oh my
act,
God.
you murdered millions of potential people.
The.
Whoops.
Whoops is
Whoops.
right. That's a major sin, my boy.
But I didn't know.
Yeah.
Orel, haven't you heard the handy rhyme? Number 1,
No one. I didn't even know there was 3. I thought there was diarrhea this whole
2,
time.
good Lord help me go poo. Number 3, the devil sets my sperm free.
No, I never heard the Protestant version, Reverend.
Well, it's been bastardized over the years.
By who?
Bastards, Orel. Fatherless
God damn.
bastards.
Wow.
Anyway, the point. God himself. I'm not just talking some worthless angels or a couple of goofy saints here. God, Orel, the scary guy, hates it when you masturbate.
Damn. Is this always something that was interesting?
Right.
They shame
Sperm is
you
there for
for just
procreation.
naturally being hormonal.
No thanks, Reverend.
It's Catholic free.
Oh, okay.
Catholic
No.
free.
It's not a sin if the seeds are used to make babies.
Exactly.
I see.
Just remember, you're a good-looking kid. You don't need to resort to the pathetic, humiliating task of self.
Buddy, how would I actually go about procreating with my sperm so that I can make babies?
I don't know. Okay, I'm punching out. See you
That's
Sunday.
the worst advice to leave a kid on.
Sperm. sperm.
You realize where this can go if a kid's just like, let me do this.
Why? I mean, yes,
Why?
Dad, are you busy?
a little.
Okay, so the dad is still here.
Dad, how do you make babies?
Uh-huh.
Fake facts.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. No. No? How old are you now, Orel? 9?
11.
11.
Watermelon seed.
Oh, well, this is interesting. Now that you're 11, you can know the real story. Babies are made by God's chef.
God's
visiting
chef.
ladies at night while they're asleep.
And
And
there's the title.
injecting them with the delicious glaze from his holy pastry bag.
That was too detailed.
Brilliant.
Gross.
God, chef? Cleaner, cleaner, cleaner,
Oh God.
cleaner.
Yummy!
Shapey, no.
Nice!
Not on your life. I have so little left. There, little. Hey, Mom, do you have a pastry bag I can borrow?
What you gonna make?
My delicious glaze.
Are you going to make mommy something
Oh.
Jeez, Mom, you gotta be kidding.
No, man.
God, chef?
I can masturbate and go to heaven. It's God's plan.
And
God's plan.
how are you gonna get it inside the ladies?
Dowie, don't you ever listen? All I do is sneak into their houses while they're sleeping and squirt my sperm into them.
Squirt into where? How?
Gosh,
This is crazy,
I'm not
man.
really sure. Well, I guess I'll just have to have faith that God will show
Yeah,
me
of
the
course.
way. All I need is
Have the faith.
He will do the rest.
Yep. God will
Sounds
make
more
your
like
children.
God's baker to me.
Say, I guess you're right, Dowie.
This is exactly where I predicted it was gonna go. He didn't tell him how you would actually do it, so he just says, you know, I'm gonna do it with the woman without consent. Am I really watching this?
Oh.
Oh my god.
God be praised.
God be praised.
How are you doing as
Golly.
God, chef, Orel?
Pretty good, I think. Well, it's only been a month, and I've pretty much covered this
Oh
whole
my
neighborhood with number 3.
God. The whole neighborhood?
Hundreds of married women are mysteriously finding themselves with child in the 18 to 2400 blocks of North.
That is
Venezuela.
crazy.
Horrible.
Newlyweds Ricky and Jenny Coldshoulder have no idea.
Orel's
how
a
the Mrs.
father
King
of
was
like
blessed against her will,
hundreds.
as they haven't even shared the same bed in their entire 3-week marriage.
Shocking.
Shocking. She's cheating. Oh my gosh. That's horrifying.
Jesus, crew cuts.
I'll take him from here, Don.
Well,
To my study.
They're gulping.
That doesn't explain why you were out past curfew.
But, Dad, how... Ladies needed to be asleep for me to shoot my yummy content into them.
Jesus.
You're not supposed to be God's chef, Orel. God's chef is only a whimsical fella like Santa or Charles Darwin.
I'm too old to believe in that stuff.
Worthless piece of sugar!
All because I didn't want to sin by...
See how they shame you?
What this is all about.
They shame you.
Yeah. I had a little talk with Reverend Putty.
I see. Well, Orel, I think I'm partially to blame for all of this. You see, by not trusting you enough to tell you the truth about
Yep.
procreation, I led you astray as to how God would want you to give women
Mhm.
babies.
Very true.
Your seed wastefully is a sin, but it's also a sin to procreate in odd, exciting ways. Men and women have only one holy position, and that's called the mission.
Okay. Oh my god.
Yes, it's the most loving and satisfying position the Bible has to offer.
It got its name from missionaries who taught backwards cultures how to have morally righteous sexual
That's true.
intercourse.
Neat. Who thought of the missionary position, Dad?
I believe it was first developed by Noah.
Oh,
Disgusted by the horny, godless ways of some erotically charged
my
animals
God.
in the ark. All important lost 12th commandment. Thou shalt only have sex face to face, man on top.
That
The
explains a
12th
lot.
commandment.
I was on top, though.
Yeah, well, it is also a sin to use fun equipment.
Oh.
But anyway, in not telling you all the facts to
This
begin
is
with,
wild.
it was my mistake this time, son, not yours.
Then do I get...
I think not.
Oh my God. Okay, is this a part of it or just credits? I think these are just credits. All right, that was that was a wild adventure, and it's on the topic of masturbation. And I was saying this in the beginning, as I feel religion, they make sex such a taboo thing, an immoral, a sinful thing, but it's such a human aspect. Puberty, the worst years of our lives, or at least the most vulnerable in terms of how we get influenced and what we do, how we grow. It's all determined in that time frame. So to kind of tell children that this idea, you should never ever do it, or however you express it is sinful, it's wrong, that is going to reinforce just other bizarre ways of expressing it. Just like Orel was doing, the whole city doing his little God Chef pastry glaze. Oh my God. I still can't believe that. It's always just bring up that topic about just, how to teach kids about sex, how to talk to them about these things. It's a fragile and interesting topic because we know the lengths, we know where things can go. Very hormonal. They're unsure, they're confused. And it's the first time a lot of these things happen. And right there too, the adults in his life, they weren't really helpful. I had a dad who didn't really trust him enough, but again, I think a lot of parents feel that way. They would rather just run away from it or avoid it all. Very bad way. And the priest kind of just put it off and was saying the same thing of like, this is bad, this is immoral. So even the people in his life, the higher ups, weren't helping him or trying to guide him to the way that he should have. So a lot to unpack here. It's a touchy subject, especially when religion is involved. I think if you have a more spiritual, human way of talking with your children and it's more open and honest, then it's maybe not the most difficult thing, but you have this layer of religion and God and all this stuff. Always going to be entertaining and fun, but even sometimes I had to look away. I was like, what's going on, man? Am I really watching this while eating watermelon at noon? Am I really doing this? But also, I'm confused on the pilot episode because the Christmas one obviously has the dad gone and he's not there. So I wonder if that was actually the finale of season 1. But again, when I looked at the airing dates on everywhere, it always had that episode as the first one. I think either way, this episode or the Christmas episode, they're both fantastic ways to start off this season and establish the tone of everything. Surprisingly, even though it's very polarizing and graphic and horrid sometimes, a great episode nonetheless. And now, since I saw this, I am never ever going to masturbate ever again in my life. Never. I'm going to abstain today. I'm stopping. I'm being celibate. And no more. I'm cured. Alright guys, that's it for me. Thank you guys for joining me. And I'll see you when I see you.